Barbies and Kens. Today for you guys, I'm doing another doll DIY tutorial, show, how through. This is how I do it. I'm so excited to show you this one because a good friend of mine sent me a picture of a doll, OOAK doll. That she had bought on Etsy, and I was in love with it, and I wanted to kind of make my own spin on it, and that is how my little baby came about. As you could hear that, I was just like admiring that too. I love, and it kind of like just, you could like turn its head. I love that little shake in there though. I did not expect this to turn out the way it did. Do I love this as like a first trial run? Yes. Do I want to make more? I don't know. I will say this though, if you guys want to buy this, it is up right now on my Instagram, Little Sweet Dreams sales. Or is it in Little Sweet Sales? It's in Little Sweet Sales. It's down below. It's my little Instagram merch shop, and you can buy this. It's one of a kind. There's only one. I do have some other like dolls that I have made that are inspired by odds and ends. So you can see those there and purchase them. But today I'm going to show you guys how you can make your own, and I'm really excited too because I'm in love with this, and more pumpkin babies to come. So if you guys want to see how this is made, keep watching.
Okay guys, so to begin, I just took the head off of my doll and I found a ball or an object that would be good. Don't worry if it doesn't have holes in it. You can always drill or do whatever you need to do, but mine worked out pretty well because it did. The head thickness was a little too much, so I did have to like kind of squeeze down the neck with some pliers, but it worked out pretty well. So right now I'm just throwing the head aside, and if you want to get anything to fill up your round little ball, they have those at the dollar store for like $1. I think those are perfect to use. Paper, fabric, whatever you want to use, but paper is what you're going to need because it's paper mache. So me and my gram just kind of ripped up all these papers for the doll, and I did a little concoction, as you could see, of tacky glue and water. I didn't know if this is something I wanted to use at first, but I said, hey, let me see how sticky I can get the paper. This is just me testing and trying. You don't need to do this part. I just figured it would be pretty cool to mix my own kind of little paper mache concoction together. I ended up doing regular paper mache though, which I will show you in the next clip. I did a cup of water and a cup of flour, which was way too much. I could have did like a 1/4 of each and it would have been enough. If you are doing a bigger doll or for other projects, 1 cup is perfectly fine, and I always refrigerate it just for like a day or so if you're going to be using it the next. You're going to know when you want to add more water, because if those lumps and that doesn't come to a consistency that's very, very thin, you are going to want to add some more water. As you can see right now, you can see the flour and everything. That is how you want it. Smooth, not too lumpy, and you're going to want to start taking your papers. I had a very hard time filming this. As you can see, some of it's already on the ball, and pretty much you just want to keep coating it till it's the perfect thickness that you'd like. I'm adding more water. It was just, I think from sitting in the flour and the water, it gets kind of thick, so you do want to add, you know, from time to time water to yours. So I'm just mixing that in. As you could see too, when I'm adding to my little pumpkin baby's head the paper, you could use paper, newspaper. I only use sleeve just because it is a little bit lighter than a newspaper, and I wanted my little pumpkin baby to be able to sit and not be too top heavy, so that's why I thought the loose leaf would be perfect. And I like to use reduce, reuse, recycle. As you could see, I'm pushing all the air bubbles out of it. When you do the pieces, it's self-explanatory the look that you want to achieve. If you wanted to get super smooth, I could have probably pushed more of those air bubbles out and made sure every piece I put down was very smooth, but to me it's a pumpkin, and that things like that do not matter. As you can see, I'm taking my nail polish bottle right now. This is just a dollar store one, get it for $1. I'm cleaning the cap, and then my nail polish itself, I am going to chuck that and get rid of it because we don't need the bottle, we just need the cap. Also, to get the little brush off is super duper easy. You just take a pliers and it kind of just pulls. It's dollar store nonsense. So that is the brown that I'm using. They are both acrylic paints, just a brown and an orange, and I will be mixing in white with my orange, as you can see, to try to tone it down a little bit. I don't want too dark of a color. So that's the color I came out with, and as you can see, I just let it sit out to dry a little bit. I'm going to dry the paint. I wanted to dry my paper mache. That is the face I came up with, and then little designs and little trinkets and everything. This is, I always say, it's totally up to you how you want to make the face. Google stuff. It's pretty simple, but that's the face I wanted to do. I added those little clothes to it, and there's my finished product. Like I said, guys, the face and drawing is all up to you. Trinkets and little odds and ends you want to add, all up to you. And the outfit is just from a little baby doll, and I add some buttons to it, so that is my finished little guy.